One. Hey folks, how you guys doing today? Jimmy Roberts here, your local real estate professional, and today I've got some amazing gift ideas for your favorite real estate enthusiast. That's right, I've got gift ideas for people just like me. So by the way, feel free to send them to your boy. That's what I'm saying. Now, here's the thing about these gift ideas. While I'm making this video in November, these ideas are great throughout the year. You don't have to wait to November or to December to give somebody these type of gifts. Alrighty? By the way, that was a reminder about me too. Feel free to send me a gift anytime you want. Alrighty, so we're gonna jump right into it. First and foremost, we're gonna jump to this little thing right here. This is my tactical light. See that? My tactical light. Now, why is this important? Because I get to go in and out of a lot of different houses at all types of year. And you need a flashlight because let's face it, not all of them have electricity. Or there's some areas that are just too dark that you just can't see what you need to see, i.e. a tactical flashlight. Now, the one that I have mentioned in the show notes is it comes with a 2-pack. Now that means that you get to keep one in one of 2 cars, or you get to keep one in the office and one at home or whatever. But the point is, it's always a great idea to have a tactical flashlight with you at all times. Now, these things can get really funny, meaning, especially when people are selling them, they have the ones that are rechargeable and all that other stuff. I don't really like that. I like the ones that are small enough that I can take and put in my pocket, just like that, and that are battery operated, not rechargeable. Why battery operated? Because generally speaking, these usually work off of AAA batteries. So I just go to my local handy dandy big box store, buy a ton of AAA batteries, and I'm good for years. So item number 1, tactical flashlight. Now we're gonna get into something that I use every day, and that is my Disto measuring label. Now this particular one is the Disto 2. Now I've been using lasers for probably, I don't know, at least 10 years now. Now it's really cool. All you do is turn it on, hit the little button, and bleep, and there you go. Hit the button, got the little beep there, and as you can see, I've got my measurement. Now this is really cool because again, it's easy to fit in my pocket, and I don't have to carry a big bulky wheel around, nor do I have to ask anybody to hold the end of a measuring tape. Very good for both indoor and outdoor measurements. And one of the things I really like about the Disto in particular is that it has a nice bright red laser. Now that means that even in the brightest of days when I'm outside measuring houses, I can still see the laser. That's very important. So here you go, the Lycia Disto 2 measuring laser. Awesome product, awesome product. Now, here's one that you probably don't think about much, but gotta always talk about safety. So nowadays, especially women and men too, not just to separate them, but there's always a lot of news about the local realtor or somebody that got lured into a house and got jumped for one way or another. Well, one of the things that we always have to do is we always have to protect ourselves as real estate professionals. And by protect ourselves, yes, I'm talking about carrying a firearm. But carrying a firearm can be difficult, or it could be eased by simply how you carry it. Now, across this company called Relentless Tactical. Relentless Tactical they're an American company, and they make an amazing belt. They also make other stuff, but I use them for their belts. Now, this belt, fully all leather, it's thick enough to carry the weight, and it's subtle enough so it doesn't hurt you. That's important. It's subtle enough so it does not hurt you. The other thing that I really love about this company is, they are really on top of it. I had a problem with one of the first belts I purchased from them. I shot them an email, told them what the issue was, and within 2 days, I had a brand new belt. I mean, there wasn't a lot of haggling, there wasn't a lot of all that back and forth stuff. They just took care of the problem. And for that, I really appreciate it. Again, their link is down in the bottom. The company is called Relentless Tactical. Check them out. Next, we have an iPad case. Now, here's the thing about your iPad, right? I know you probably already have an iPad or some other tablet device that you use when you're doing your inspections and whatever. Great device. You get out, take notes and all that other stuff. I use this too. I use this every day when I'm out in the field. Now here's the thing though, if you're anything like me, while I use this every day, I also have the tendency to have the dropsies at times. That's right, this wonderful $900 iPad gets dropped quite a bit. So to protect myself and to keep me from spending $900 multiple times a year, I went and purchased a amazing case. Now see, cases are funny too, because while I like a case that's durable, it can't be too bulky. This one meets that criteria. It's bulky and it has these little rubber points on the end, so that when I drop it, as I often do, just like this, it hits the edge. Those little bumps absorb the shock, and my iPad is safe. The thing doesn't crack, and we're all good. The other thing I really like about this one is, as opposed to having, sometimes you can get cases that have the whole thing covered up and the whole case is enclosed within a nice big plastic shell. Well, that's great, but then that means that you don't have access to your screen, right? Because if air or water or something gets in there, now you're gonna have a problem when you're trying to get stuff done. But this case does not do that, and that is why I like it. So, iPad case, or whatever device you use, get a case. Use the one that I have is very lightweight, not too bulky, and it gets the job done. So that's that. Since we're talking about devices, one of the things that you're going to use that I use pretty often is a microphone for my mic, for my phone. I usually use it attached to my phone. So this allows me to go around, take notes verbally, so I can verbally tell everything that I'm doing. And I do a lot of this, especially when I'm walking through a property, to get its description and to make notes for contractors and whatnot. I can just point and shoot. I have my camera pointing that way, I've got my mic pointed this way, and I'm just talking, and it's easy for me to tell them exactly what I want them to do. Now this goes with a rig that you'll see right now. I'll show you the rig. It's called a selfie rig. Now what that selfie rig allows you to do is it allows you to use the best camera that you have on your iPhone now, or your phone in general. Now, as you guys can see right now, I'm using it right now. Now what happens is, as opposed to using the front-facing camera, which is a decent camera, but it's not the best camera that you have, it allows me to use that back camera right now. And like I said, I'm using it right now. And the cool part about it is it has some little attachment points that I can put this microphone on, and bada boom, bada bip. I got my own little video production studio with me wherever I go. So this is a twofer. You got your microphone and you've got your selfie rig. Now I'm going to also put into the notes here some link to a lavalier mic. And basically a lavalier mic is just a mic that you plug in here, and you can stick it into your phone and have at it. The key is to provide good audio, because you need people to be able to hear what you're saying. So I'll provide both. Alrighty, so we got that. Now let's see what else we got over here. Now here's a biggie. This is one of the ones that I constantly have to keep track of, and that is my telescoping ladder. That's right, my telescoping ladder. This sucker is really cool. So let me step back a little bit. So what makes it so cool is that, as you can see, it's compact, and the distance of it is controlled by me. I can just simply raise it up as much as I want, or as little as I want. It's compact. I can put it in, regardless of the size of the car that I'm driving in, I can put it right in there. It is lightweight. This one probably weighs about 8 pounds, and it's sturdy as heck. It's made of aluminum, and it can handle up to 330 pounds. Now, I might have picked up a few pounds, but I haven't picked up that many. So this one works well for me. They also have much more sturdier versions, but again, I don't really need all that because, you know, I'm only 220. So there you go, my telescoping ladder. Now here's the thing about the telescoping ladder, and this is what's really funny about it. When I'm out in the house doing inspections, my ladder that normally is a thing that I forget, right? And I have to keep track of it mentally, and basically I even have a little checklist in my car to make sure that I have it with me, because this is one of those items that if you leave it, nobody's gonna tell you that you left it. So get your own telescoping ladder. It's an amazing product. Now we're gonna talk about something that you probably already have, but I'll tell you anyway. So again, we're talking about gift ideas for your local real estate enthusiast. So here's the thing. I have two computers. I have a Dell XPS 15-inch that I've had for about 3 years. It's an amazing computer, and it runs all of my appraisal software and a lot of my other softwares that don't work so well on Mac. And then of course I have a MacBook Pro M1 chip, and I got that one, I don't know, sometime last year. Both of these computers are absolutely amazing. So if you're looking to upgrade whatever system you got now, and you might be, I suggest you go ahead and take a look at these two computers, whether you're a PC guy or a Mac girl, doesn't matter. Perfect computers. And the one thing I would say though, is whatever you choose, make sure that you have at least 32 megabits of RAM, because let's face it, programs are only gonna get bigger, and you need that RAM to keep you going. That kind of helps future-proof your computer whichever way you go. All right, so those are all the big products that I have that I wanted to tell you about. Now, I'm gonna tell you about some major books that I use. Now, these are books that everybody, if you're serious about being successful in real estate, let me say that again. If you're serious, if you're really serious, you've got to have these books in your library. So let's jump right in. Book number 1, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Come on now. You gotta have that one. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Story of Robert Kiyosaki as he was growing up, and he had the great opportunity of learning under his real dad and his best friend's dad. They both taught two totally different things, and Rich Dad, or Kiyosaki, explains both in here, in his book. Groundbreaking book. If you're into real estate at all, you gotta have this book. That's number 1. Book number 2, the sequel to that, Cash Flow Quadrant. That is another amazing book. It is the second in the series of 3. And that book, again, like I said, is absolutely amazing. It goes one step beyond Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is kind of the introduction, and it starts teaching about, telling you more about the where you earn, how you earn your money, and the different ways to earn money, the different categories. Not necessarily techniques exactly, but just different types of categories and the different treatments that each of those categories have and how they affect your personal wealth. All right. Then the third in the series is Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. The whole title is Rich Dad's Guide to Investing: What the Rich Invest In That the Poor and Middle Class Do Not. Wow. I think that title says it all, right? Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. You got to get this. Get them in. If you don't have them already, get all 3 and get to reading. All righty. Next up, as a real estate professional, what you're going to find yourself doing is you are going to find yourself, you're a marketer. Let's call it what it is. Whether you're marketing a property itself, whether you're marketing yourself to get a listing, or whether you're marketing yourself to bring a lender onto a project, you're in the marketing business. And everybody has some innate abilities, but the problem, at least the problem that I had, is like kind of blowing that stuff off. The stuff that I did really well naturally, I tend to blow that stuff off. And I didn't see the value behind it. But ultimately what I came to understand is that we're all experts in something. And then I came across Russell Brunson's book, Expert Secrets. Amazing book, amazing book. I've given this book out to gifts to my cousins, my friends, and a few other people that I just barely met. Why? Because it's an amazing book. It helps move you, get you out of your head and start to realize some of the real genius that you have innately. And more importantly, it gives you tangible techniques that you can use to start using those things in your business. And remember, if you are in real estate, if you are a real estate enthusiast, what you're enthused about is the real estate business. That is what we're in. We're in the real estate business. And this is going to help you use your innate talents to market and profit and make your business more profitable. Excellent book. Excellent book. Right along that line, we have another one of my favorites, Copywriting Secrets. This is by a guy by the name of Jim Edwards. He has an amazing story. Not only is he a master copywriter, but he's also a real estate guy. So copywriting, again, is one of the things that we have to get good at, especially as we are marketing our wares, whether it be properties, ourselves, or whatever. You got to learn how to write copy that is going to get people engaged and get people to do whatever it is you need them to do. All right, so that's another one. Now, this book here, Trash Man to Cash Man by Myron Golden, I got to admit, this is my all-time favorite book to give to new graduates. I'm going to repeat that. This is my all-time favorite book that I give to new graduates. And the reason I give this book is because it's different. It used to be Rich Dad, Poor Dad until I came across this one about 5 years ago. Myron has a very unique perspective of how to get rich here in the U.S., regardless of your circumstances or regardless of where you're starting from. Very, very, very good book. Whether you're giving this for a gift or if you need it for yourself, get this book. It's an absolutely amazing book. Now, here's the thing. There may be a few copies running around on Amazon, but chances are they may be beat up, but if they are, they're definitely going to be very expensive. So what I say is, and the link is down below, just go straight to his website. I have the link down below, and you can get it directly from him. He'll send it out to you. Myron Golden's Trash Man to Cash Man. It's an amazing book. It's a short read. It's not that long, and you'll get some amazing information from it. All right. Next, here we go. Never split the difference. Again, if you are in the business of real estate, you need to know how to negotiate, period. If you're in a business of life, you need to know how to negotiate. This book is not just about negotiating the real estate transactions. As a matter of fact, Chris Voss was actually a hostage negotiator for the FBI. So it's not about negotiating specific deals, but it's about negotiating in general. Again, a must-have for all real estate investors. Now, I've got one of the oldies but goodies, but just in case, if you don't have this in your bookshelf already, that's right, Think and Grow Rich. Now, this was a really good edition. This was the original, this is the classic text, the original, and it's a collector's edition. I've got like 5 or 6 different copies of this one running around here at the house. And I just had to pick this one up too. Why? Because it's Think and Grow Rich. I mean, think about that. Think and Grow Rich. Look at the title. The name's in the title. You gotta have this around you. Think and Grow Rich. You gotta have it. Get it. I got 2 more for you. Next, The 12 Universal Laws of Success by Dr. Herbert Harris. Wow. Really great book. It kind of picks up, it's right along the theme of Think and Grow Rich, but it goes a little deeper into a few different areas. Very, very, very good book. Another amazing one you gotta have on your bookshelf. Now let's take a look at that. Look at that. We're talking about the law of thought. Think about that. When's the last time anybody told you that there was a law of thought? Well, there is. There's a law of thought, or the law of action, the law of value. Now, those things are mentioned and hinted to in some other books, but here, Dr. Herbert Harris actually explains them, and he shows you how to get them in action for your own life. So here you go. And finally, now this is probably one of the hardest books you're going to be able to get, and that is People's Principles. This is by Donahue Peebles. I think I'm saying that correctly. And this is about his life and some of the things that he's done. Amazing book. Now, here's the best part I got about this. people actually started as a residential real estate appraiser working for the FHA. Think about that. And he quickly turned his experiences as a real estate appraiser only and learning to meet people. And he took that knowledge and turned it into a $1 billion industry, his $1 billion real estate portfolio. Think about that. Started as a real estate appraiser, doing single family properties. It's possible. It's possible. Now, this book, to be honest with you, I don't know that you're going to be able to get your hands on this one anytime soon. On Amazon, the collector's edition can go up to $250. And the other editions are right about $150. So if you can get your hands on this one, please do. Kenny, my good friend Kenny Ware out there in California, thank you so very much. He gave me my copy. Alrighty. So everybody, before I let you go here, I just want you guys to know every recommendation that I just made here is something that I actually use. Now, some of the links down below are going to be affiliate links. That doesn't mean that they affected anything that I said. It just means that, you know, if you use them, we may make a couple of cents on each sale. Maybe. I don't know. So those are well over 20 ideas for your real estate enthusiasts. 20 ideas for your real estate enthusiasts. And as I always say, if you have somebody that you want to give a gift, wonderful. But you know, the first person you should gift is yourself. So that's it. This is Jimmy Roberts with your 20 plus ideas for your gift ideas for your real estate enthusiast. And I will catch up with you in the next video. See you.